Hey guys, it's Trish. This is your weekly horoscope for July 7th through the 13th. This week, Mercury and Chiron go retrograde and then trine, bringing the planetary retrograde total energy to 6. Okay, we have 6 planets in retrograde, and the asteroid Chiron. You may have already been feeling these energies, and it's been bringing up all kinds of things. We're reviewing, we're revisiting, we're revising, redoing, and remembering. Kind of like a take two, a second chance. People from the past also may pop up at this time, or issues from the past, or people with issues. Expect a lot of drama is all I can say, okay? It's sort of like walking through a minefield. Walk carefully. Pick each step carefully. Choose wisely, okay? Choose your battles wisely. Okay, there's there are 3 T-squares this week, forcing a decision, okay, and a Grand Cardinal cross, dealing with power abuses and authority figures. The good news is there's 2 Grand Psychic Water Trines, both part of kite formations, and 1 Grand Fire Trine helping out this week. It's a powerhouse of energy, and that's going to help you tap into your inner guides as you navigate through this week. You decide. It's all about what energy you focus on. You can be the victim, or you can be the victor. Sunday, the moon is an industrious, responsible, efficient, organized Virgo. This is the analysis paralysis energy, and you may be quiet as you work throughout the day. Your mind's still very active, putting puzzle pieces in order, assembling the clues. You strive to keep busy while you think about your long-term security. This is the energy of the professional who's a perfectionist. You want to make sure everything works out for everyone in the long run. This is also a good time to address the practical things or take care of your daily responsibilities because you're serious and you're in service mode. You may also be helping somebody out, even if it's an animal, assisting in any way possible as you care for and appreciate people, humanity, animals, and just life in general. You may also be exercising or practicing something in some way, physically or mentally, like as in meditation, or practicing patience, or being wary of your diet, how much you're consuming, and of course quality, revising the quality of your food. You could also be thinking about where you need to devote your attention and what you need to let go of instead of letting your thoughts spiral you out of control. But you have this overwhelming need to be industrious. This is not a time to sit still. You've got a lot of obligations you are responsible for, so let the physical work serve as meditation. If you are home due to health concerns, try not to overextend yourself and be patient with people who are there to take care of you. And on that same note, don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it, but do so only if you need it. Don't be demanding, don't take advantage by passing off responsibility or guilt-tripping someone. Don't try to make them feel like they're obligated, okay? Because that's basically being ungrateful and needy, okay? And certainly don't force someone who's ill, injured, or needs to rest to do something strenuous. So with that being said, there could possibly be some arguments, some guilt trips, and criticism due to somebody being judgmental or treating you like a servant. Or someone could attempt something while injured or sick, being hard-headed and not wanting to take the prescribed needed recovering time. This could cause further complications. So do what you can, but no more. Everything else can wait. If you do not take that time to heal, it's going to take longer to heal in the long run, okay? And that's going to keep you out of the action for even longer. So take the 2 to 3 days of rest instead of forcing it after 1, okay? Because that's going to, that might most likely will result in you being down the entire week instead of 2 to 3 days, right? So be smart. We know you got things under control, but you may find that you have to surrender and ask for help. It's only temporary, okay? Everything is temporary, including feelings. There could be some confusion and short-circuiting happening. Somebody could blow their stack after a period of brooding and act out, possibly because they're not satisfied about their needs, okay? It's not getting met in the current situation with the current partner. Now, when I say short-circuiting, I don't mean just people too. We do have Mercury in retrograde, so, wires, smoking, I wanted to say planes, trains, automobiles, phones, tablets, vapors, or whatever the hell you call them, vape pens, whatever. Little mechanical items. With Mercury being retrograde in Leo, things that can catch on fire, wiring, that there could be some issues. So short-circuiting is not just for your brain circuits, it's actually in the physical realm with machinery. Okay, where was I? I had to kind of go out on a tangent there. I didn't write that in here. Okay, so somebody could be harping or nagging. They could be criticizing way too much, okay? Possibly pointing fingers and placing blame. On the other hand, they could have a point. Maybe it's time they got some love and care in return if you've been too focused elsewhere on someone else or self-focused, preoccupied. The moon is in Virgo and your mind could be spinning, okay? That could make them feel neglected, or they may feel like they're not important or as important, like they've been forgotten or they don't exist, okay? So they're wondering if you see them, okay? Or they could be in your face with, I need, me, to the point where you are purposefully ignoring them, tired of the constant demands for your energy, time, and attention, and criticism. What about me? Where's the love? It feels like a meltdown. The drama of it is kind of boring, though. Of course, this could all be a misunderstanding, or someone may not be able to express how they feel through words because of Mercury being in retrograde. Okay, big time for misunderstandings. Excuse me. See, and miscommunication, because I can't freaking talk, apparently. Your social skills could also be lacking at this time, and drama is really drama for the next month and a half. Okay, so with Mercury retrograde, don't sign, don't buy, don't promise. It's a time of delays, setbacks, misunderstandings, miscommunication, and mechanical mayhem. Okay, you could, and I just did say something about this, you may be experiencing issues where things start smoking, sparking, having internal fires like phones, tablets, vapes. Of course, this is also with all modes of transportation too. Planes, trains, automobile, watercrafts, etc. The washing machine can go wonky. Your water pump or generator can go, may start acting up, okay? And anything that was already starting to give you trouble may flatline and poof in a cloud of smoke. Or just up in smoke, you know, money burnt, money wasted. Be wary while you're driving or in transit or traveling, even if you're walking, because there's a heightened tendency for accidents to occur in transit. And with the Leo, accidents and fire and smoke, okay? And if you haven't gotten a clue yet, smoke and fire, it really goes along with the Leo season, even though we're still in Cancer and, you know, with the eclipse in Cancer. It's kind of working together. And in other places, it's not working together. They're kind of working to screw you, but that is just the, what do you call it? That's just a possibility. That doesn't mean this will happen, but who knows, you know? If it's in your chart, you might lose your phone. Your phone might go bzzz and done. Now you got to get a new phone. Excuse me. And I don't need to tell you, do not sign any contracts, okay? Because there could be some fine details that you haven't looked at, or you're kind of cruising through it, not wanting to address the details, and then you sign it, and later on you find out you're locked in. And you're like, why did I do that? Now I want to get out of this, but I can't, okay? If you are the one that's creating a contract, make sure you cross your T's, dot your I's, and have someone else proofread with fresh eyes, okay? You don't want to make an error that could cost you in the long run. And also, don't buy anything new. You may end up having to exchange it, or, you know, like I said, with Mercury retrograde in Leo, it could go poof. A lot of numbers for today. All I'm going to tell you is that we have 7 and 26 for... frick it, I'm going to go over the whole thing. 7 and 26. So 7 is harmony, it's relationships, it's awakenings and intuition, realizations. And then we have 26, which equals 8. So you can see that things progress slowly. 8 is your ability to cope. It's sharing resources. It's death. It's also rebirth, okay, and it's power. So when I see 26, it's like, I want to say a serving that creates balance. Because 6 is showing your love through service. Okay, so it's like you're going to do something that balances things out. Could be in a partner, could be just a realization, I need to love myself more, or I need to show them love, right? That's what we were just talking about. Okay, so we have 2 7s. And we have 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 8s. Okay, so this is something that you're building. You're building a legacy. Okay, we've been purging all the expectations from society, all these unconscious motivations to get to the root, to the core of things. Now we're building from within. So when I see 8, it is about legacy. It's about finding out who you really are and building yourself up. Okay, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I haven't left my tobacco here. Oops. Did you see that? Hold on. Sorry about that. I thought I paused it for a second to message somebody. And it didn't work out. Okay, so I was on the 8s and I was getting to the 5s. We have 4 5s. So there's definite changes, okay? Definite boundaries set, and it's because of awakenings. It is something that we're building, okay? And we're working towards peace. We also have 22. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, and 22. Monday, the moon enters partnership-oriented Libra. This is the energy of sharing, grace, refinement, diplomacy, and charm. Librans appreciate art and beauty, and it's all about the aesthetics with them. Anything vulgar or stressful will be ignored and denied. Excuse me. At this time, you'll want to surround yourself with luxury, comforts, and beautiful things, so you will spend. You respect differences of opinion. Your mind is open and independent. However, much of what you will need to accomplish requires additional help or aid. So don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it, but don't repeatedly impose on someone if you can get something accomplished by yourself. Don't be hard-headed and wanting to do everything yourself also, because that would be the tendency to micromanage. Do what you can and ask for help with the rest. You could have fun teaming up with somebody and making chore time fun. It's okay to say no, but it's also okay to say yes, opposed to not saying anything. You may not feel like you deserve something or someone, which amounts to self-pity and the devaluation of self. However, someone else could be saying you deserve or don't deserve something or someone, usually your partner or good fortune. Maybe you don't spend enough time, energy, money, ideas, attention, focus, or love on someone. Of course, with this could also be some kind of message, like a surprise love letter, a text message, flowers even, if somebody doesn't have a lot of words, if they show, excuse me, even randomly serenaded somebody in public. And it's some kind of sentimentality given out of love, okay, something that means a lot. It could just be acknowledging, appreciating, being grateful, right? That'll do it. One word of kindness. Maybe you spend too much on friends, too much energy. Okay, let me be clear. Now I've specified what represents energy to me. Time, money, ideas, attention, focus, and love. Okay, so if you're spending too much of that energetic resources elsewhere on friends because you're worried you'll be judged on the dollar amount, or someone wants you to chip in for something and you can't afford it, try your best to balance things out. But by all means, if you need to have money for toiletries, lunch, and gas to make it to work next week, don't blow your load. It's important you adhere to building and maintaining security for yourself and your home together. Okay, this means being individually responsible for your part or share, or your needs, being responsible for your own needs. Okay, and that is whether you're complementing or doubling the energy input. Doesn't matter either way. And on the shadow side, anxiety, vindictiveness, arrogance, and anger can work against you if you have this holier than thou or I'm better than you attitude. Okay, when I was doing this, I could hear a couple things in my head. I heard, you don't do anything, or I do everything around here, or I bought everything. You wouldn't have anything if it weren't for me. Ditch the ego, okay, before that chip gets knocked off your shoulder by a well-meaning truth teller. The point is, they lived and existed before you, okay, and it's you who needs them, not the other way around. Okay, there's a difference between needing and wanting. You want someone, you don't need them. Okay, if they need you, that's a problem. You could be accused of being a user and a taker when in truth, it's being projected by the actual user and taker. They could be really angry at you because deep down inside, they know that they haven't given or done enough. But the automatic deflection response is to deny and blame someone else. All you have to do is give this person credit, okay, acknowledgement for how much energy they've invested in the relationship instead of denying it, wanting to take all the credit, you know, acknowledge their parts too. It's just so simple, you know. I see you. I see what you do. You always have my back. You always save the day, or you always take care of things, or you always take care of me. Numbers for that day are 8 and 27. So like I said, a progression 8 to 9. So there is a legacy being created here that we are building from within. It's our ability to cope, okay? And when we, when we become enlightened to certain things, we move to create a balance, and that gives us back our power, okay? So 8 and 9. We also have, once again, 22, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 number 8s. That's an extraordinary amount. What can I say? Leadership and power, legacy. It goes on and on and on to last you a lifetime. While you've really got some incredible tools, or you've figured out that's what the 17s are, right? Enlightenments, expressing enlightenment, or realizing you have to be self-reliant, or realizing that you have to come across as being self-reliant, taking care of business. Wow. And then we have 4, 4, 4. 5, 5, 6, 6. I'm pretty sure I've already explained these to you guys, but you can see the steady progression here. You surrender, you become empowered. Thoughts keep coming back to you, and when you express them, it creates this balance and empowers you and moves you towards peace, okay? Any changes you make will begin to do that. That's what we're shooting for, is to feel peaceful, right? Inside, grounded, balanced, get our control back. Who's trying to get a grip? I am. Tuesday could bring some major money issues in relationships. Someone could act out, okay? They might not be able to exactly express what they're feeling, especially with Mercury in retrograde. Instead, they could project out of fear and blame others angrily, preferring to submerge in the why is this happening to me, or why are you doing this, victim mentality, okay, when the situation is really the result of their own actions and emotions. There is a disappointment, or where is it? In the security of one particular area. Could be relationship, business, or home relocation, or your home. Okay. Opportunity seems to be lacking in one locale, and you might have to go elsewhere. Okay. Don't look at this as a setback. See it and seize it as an opportunity to give yourself a life promotion. Conserve your energy, or you'll be guided to lessons of sacrifice in addition to your karma. Moving up and onward into new things, okay? This might be more beneficial, and it might even work better than the previous placement, okay? New standing. So throw all your energy into this new mission. You're being subliminally pressured to step up. It's loud and clear which direction you need to go. And even if you don't know, you will be guided, okay, by the universe. They will be showing you signs and pointing to you. They'll be poking you. Move, do something. They're going to push you to make a move, any move, but you cannot go back, okay? It's been, when you remove the block and you step through that path, the blocks went back in a way, but they're back there, so you can't go back. You cannot go back. You can only go forward. Never go straight, always go forward, though, because you never know where the path may lead you. You may have to go around, over, under, or through. Okay, where was I? A particular value is exiting your life and clearing blocks from your path in favor of a new one, okay? Not to replay the same lesson, but to bring in new people and situations, okay? And they're going to be playing new roles in this new situation. So trust in the universe. She's in the middle of setting you up. I know you probably feel like you've been set up all right, but this is for the best. Decide to follow your happiness despite and move forward. It's time to quit messing around. You may be acknowledging that you need help or guidance in some way in order to get back on track after a perceived downfall, but this cloud carries an extra shiny silver lining. Blessings. And also, we have 777 that day, 9, 10, 10, 17, 17, 17. So there's a lot of realizations, a lot of expression, unconditional love, endings. Something's being pushed out. And it's going to leave you feeling empowered. You're going to realize it after. Wednesday, the moon moves into magnetic, ambitious, determined Scorpio. This sign is known for their willpower, self-mastery, self-reliance, and clarity and judgment. They are driven by their passion to work for the benefit of humanity because they love to help people. But they deny that's why they do it. Humble. Your work is important to your self-expression. You're very deep, intense, imaginative, creative, and ever the clever, resourceful one. You can make magic, pulling rabbits out of your hat, or magically pulling things out of your butt. Where did you hide that? Or, wow, how did you pull that off? You might just be called on to come to the rescue, or you could step up with an interesting fix. Scorpio is major manifestation energy. It is the magician. And you can make things appear or disappear at your will, including emotions, especially with this moon, part of a grand psychic water trine kite formation. There is this right place at the right time element in play, and you're easily tuning into your intuition and instincts, so much so it may appear that you're directing this scene, or you were made for this moment. And when I was writing this, I heard, sounds like a job for, you know, Wonder Woman, Superman, whatever, whoever you identify with. You may just be the quick thinker who comes in to save the day using something they saw in MacGyver. Give me a balloon and a paperclip. You, and only you, would be so original as to fix something using resources you pulled out of the air or from your unlimited store of deemed useless knowledge. Or it could be something that you had just lying around. I just happen to know that, you know, that fact or detail. I just saw something on YouTube about it the other day, right? That one partnerless sock that you've been too lazy to throw away could end up being a needed filter in an emergency. Who knew? Well, you did. It occurred to you. This whole episode or incident could be due to someone getting hurt in the home, whether due to a fight, an accident, working on a vehicle or a machine, or while traveling or in transit. This could involve shock, electricity, sparks, smoke, and flames, cuts, bruises, bleeding, so prepare to jump in and help stabilize someone in need. It may be you that will make a difference between life and death for someone. Numbers for that day are 10 and 20. So there's completion to a cycle. There's a new balance, a new teamwork, or a new kind of harmony. We still have 2 7s, okay? Partnership, harmony, intuition, awakening, psychic downloads. But this time we have 2 18s, purging, healing, feeling empowered, leadership ability, showing your love through service, and changes in the home or around the home, changes in security, boundaries about your security. Thursday should be a good day. You're feeling pretty sociable and home life should be peaceful. You may even get a promotion or boost in pay or authority at work. Depends on your natal chart. But it may be just you. Others are experiencing some dramas or they're perpetuating drama. So try your best to be patient and not get wrapped up in someone else's spin. Today's flip side and lesson is having patience and dealing with things in a diplomatic way. People around you may be looking for a fight, okay? Or they just may be looking for a target to let loose on. That could be touchy and combative at this time. A lot of people are irritable and with a lot of, they're feeling very tense. There's a lot of tension. Mars also squares Uranus. That is explosive energy, okay? Where anger exceeds the boiling point. So this really is a boiling point kind of a week. Fun. Okay, so like I was saying, sparks, smoke, and fire, that also applies because we have a lot of energy, water energy in the chart. So that could be boiling water, okay? It could be getting burned by ice, okay? And what do we have? Do we have stuff in air? I'm trying to figure out, do I have stuff in air? It doesn't matter. I know there's something in a damn air sign. Sorry about that, guys, but I was just trying to get all the details. With the explosive energy, it could be hot air, steam. Ooh, I'm not liking how this is sounding. And if you hadn't noticed, I think in the beginning of the video, I grumbled about having to peel my clothes off for the last 3 days. It's been so muggy and so humid. It's amazing that you could see anything in the background. My hair is actually like shellacked a little bit. Otherwise, it'd be like poof. Indeed, with the Cancer eclipse energy still in place, somebody has been stewing in their own juices. And look out, they're about to blow. And this energy brings out the perverts also. Okay, now when I say perverse, it's making mountains out of molehills, but it also means sexual perverts too. So you may see some of these themes revolving all week. Actually, we've been seeing a lot of it because it's indicative of Pluto. Pluto's in retrograde, so you know the freaks are coming out, or rather they're being exposed. We like that better. People can take things beyond a healthy measure and to the extremes. Okay, and oh, here we go. That's what I said. The sexual perverts will be up on the chopping block as well, as people will not be tolerating behaviors out of line with common decency. If someone does blow up on you or you on someone else, people will come to your aid to help, nurture, or support you in the time of need. Domestic violence is also a result of this transit, so don't let things go that far. Either count to 10, figure out what is really frustrating you, or get the hell out if your safety is endangered. Sometimes it takes a simple, are you okay? To know that you're not alone in this world and that there are good people out there willing to help you. Sometimes that's all that's needed. All you got to do is ask what's wrong and you can immediately snap somebody out of that, and that talks them down. And if you can deal with these energies and still come from a place of compassion and integrity, you may end up with a rewarding experience that's going to help you out, okay, in life and in karma. If you cannot escape those old patterns and habits, you might experience a sacrifice in addition to your specific karma. The Grand Psychic Water Trine / Kite should help you balance your emotions out. When we have that much water balance against that much earth, it creates a grounding effect. So it's kind of bipolar, okay? And it is the eclipse, Cancer Capricorn eclipse. So we're going to be seeing a lot of bipolar and dramas for the next 2 months or so. And then, of course, with this eclipse energy for the next 6 months. So if you're wondering why you're like, I hate you, I hate everybody. Oh, hi, good morning. That kind of bipolar. This is why. It's the energies that are present. Okay, so trust your instincts and intuition above all else and have some empathy. Someone could be hurting and they don't know why. Okay, maybe this drama is being brought to you because you had the tools to heal and deal with this situation. Okay, sometimes a lot of people, you may not know you're a light worker, but if you repeatedly get people coming to you and they're not sucky bitches trying to, you know, draw energy or power from you, then they're being led to you because you have an experience that's going to help these people. That's why we share information, right? That's why I do this, to let you guys know. And when I get these other things, like how I said, just asking a simple, are you okay? Sometimes that doesn't occur to people. Sometimes they get so wrapped up in their anger, like, oh, what the hell is wrong with it? Well, how about, well, why are you so upset? What happened? Did something happen? You know, a little kindness, a little care. Also, the Cancer eclipse. It can go a long way. Numbers for that day are 11 and 21. So there's some goals being manifested. Things are coming together. 18, 18, 18, 17, 17, 17, 6, 6. Okay, so healing, love, empowering expression, expressing your realizations. There you go. Like I was saying, you know, you suddenly realize, oh, I just wanted to fight back with them. That is our automatic instinct. When somebody nits us, you automatically want to turn around and be defensive or deflect them, right? Well, maybe the answer is to get a little closer and say, hey, what's up, man? and not in a way that challenges them, in a way that shows you're actually interested in how they're feeling, because maybe they haven't taken a look at it yet, right? They may not even know that they're feeling angry, and they could be hangry for all you know. Friday, the moon moves into adventurous, open-minded, optimistic Sagittarius. This is the energy of expansion and extraordinary insight. It's opportunity. You will enjoy anything foreign, especially if it's wisdom or food or anything having to do with humanitarian exploits. Wide open spaces, travel, higher education, and philosophy are highlighted. You may also be dabbling in import-export, looking at magazines or hardcover books. Sagittarians are known for their brutal honesty and candor. You can be quite impulsive and ready to go get them in a second's notice. You also see the best in people, and you inspire them with your goodwill and humor. Good humor. Here I am talking about ice cream. The concept of energy exchange, such as in the law of attraction, appeals to you. You don't live in fear and treat money like the energy it is. Speaking of fears, you might also be taking some extra risk at this time, so calculate carefully, as you have the tendency to go too far or spend too much right now with Jupiter still in retrograde. You may also be needing a lot of me time, and you're feeling lighthearted about love and fidelity. So don't have any expectations from anyone new right now. Just enjoy that carefree new feeling. The Grand Fire Trine asks us to be enthusiastic, and it adds high perception, intuition, and inspiration with the alchemical flame of initiation, lighting a literal fire under your ass. There's a lot of passion and inspiration in the stars right now. So things could heat up with somebody impulsively expressing their unhappiness. Maybe you do need to take a look at what you're doing. You may be on automatic pilot and not even noticing what is really happening. Have you truly been present in your relationship lately, or have you been in your head? Better take stock of the situation. Maybe you have fallen short. But there's no need to judge yourself so harshly. Just learn from it, okay? And make the apologies necessary when you're ready. We all have a lot to deal with, so a refresher on the love can do some good now. Maybe you need a sexy, intimate getaway, just you two. Or maybe you need a day of undisturbed napping, you know, to ramp up the self-care. Whatever the deal, make sure you do your best to promote unity and union and not selfishness and division. 12 and 22 are the numbers for the day. Okay, so you are to surrender in order to maintain some peace. And then we have 7, 7, 5, and 8. So there is a change in how you deal with things because of realizations in a partnership. Saturday, the moon once again conjuncts Jupiter, this time at the midway point, 15 degrees, okay? And it's at 10:10, 10:10 a.m. here in Hawaii, okay, which is closing something up, a wrap up. basically deciding which end of the spectrum you're on. This is the makings of a generous nature. You're protective and feeling the love. On the other hand, you may have issues in love relationships because somebody is either trying to fool you or themselves. They could be dreaming, wrapped up in fantasies. They're in danger of self-delusion, and they're also weak and susceptible to schemers. So beware people wanting something from you or your partner. With Jupiter in retrograde, you could literally give them the shirt off your back, but to your own detriment. Make sure your own cup is filled. You also may get fraudsters calling you on the phone, trying to sell warranties for that car that's been, sitting in the driveway for 10 years or doesn't exist. Phishing scams, spam, hackers, and all kinds looking for easy prey. Don't be so gullible. Check your bank statements. Check every payment you make. Make sure you know where your credit card and your wallet is, especially if there's an accident, right? Sometimes there's an emergency and you lose sight of your personal items because you're helping, or it's your emergency. Keep an eye on that, okay? And don't trust everybody instantly. If your hairs are standing up, go with that. Please don't be so gullible. Make sure you have what you need and that you're not acting on impulse when you're asked to buy something new, whether words or merchandise, like a sales pitch. Don't buy what they're saying. Don't believe what somebody says to you without checking it first, especially during Mercury retrograde. Also, if somebody wants something that you can't give, you need to say, I'm sorry, I can't afford it, or I'm sorry, no, or I'm sorry, I can't. That would be the most appropriate thing to say right now. Also, with Mercury retrograde in Leo, there can be a lot of dramas and mechanical issues. So make sure that you're not giving your money away to some brokanic, me fix you car kind of deal, right? Do your research and check out someone's reputation before you commit to paying to fix a machine or vehicle. You need to be wary of expenditures and resources as you deal with these new challenges. Don't be hard-headed. Don't be hard-headed and foot the bill or buy the first thing impulsively, trying to look like the man when you're going to be starving next week at work all week. But always be happy to jump in and help somebody in some other kind of way if you cannot give money, right? Energetic resources are great. Just help a sister out. Help a brother out. Numbers for that day are 13 and 23. So there's confidence and transformation. 15 is the only other additional. So it's changes in the self. It's changes in how you feel about yourself. There's a transformation taking place. And I want to say alchemical. It's a chemical transformation. It's like you're restructuring. I don't know how I would explain it. You're restructuring. You're replacing the old with new, right? I think I did go over that about rebuilding. Okay, so there could be physical issues, due to emotional strain, physical exertion, back and spine issues. You could be prone to headaches and injuries around the face. You could be susceptible to colds, laryngitis, sore throat, thyroid issues. You could also be subject to weight gain and have stomach issues due to tension and emotional stress. You can suffer from lower back strain, particularly the lumbar, or you could be subject to kidney infections. You could have stiff joints. You could suffer rheumatism or orthopedic issues. And you're also prone to aches, bunions, and corns. Let's see. Susceptible to infections of the urinary system and VD. Oh, that's nice. Volatile emotions may cause exhaustion and ill health. And you could have liver sensitivity to alcohol and hepatitis. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. This has been your horoscope for July 7th through the 13th. I'll see you guys next time.